Welcome to PMIYC TV. Today's film is Hot Pursuit.
Pardon me if you can. Movie reviews.
Now, Hot Pursuit is a film from 1987 with John Cusack, who plays Danny. Now, he's studying, just finishing his last exam before he goes on a Caribbean holiday with his girlfriend, Laurie. So he misses his flight because he fails the test, and they weren't expecting him to come along. He's like, just go without me, you know. It's with her family as well, so it's not a very good impression for a boyfriend to make. But he arrives in the Caribbean, he's catching up to her, in hot pursuit, if you will. He tries to find her, but they've checked out of the hotel, and they're going on a cruise. Now, on the cruise, the first mate is Ben Stiller in his first feature film role. Danny gets a ride with a captain named Mac, played by Robert Loggia. He's kind of crazy and gives this great little kind of side performance in the film. They go through a storm, and John Cusack does that very similar scene from The Truman Show, where he shouts, "Is that the best you can do?" And he saves the captain's life. He gets arrested. He breaks out of prison. It's a real Caribbean adventure film, Lloyd. Jerry Stiller, Ben Stiller's real-life dad, who people famously know from Seinfeld as George's dad, or lots of things really. He's in Zoolander with Ben Stiller. He appears as Ben Stiller's on-screen father. So they're pulling a heist that makes little sense, which involves murdering the captain of the boat. Ben Stiller gets to say, "I'm the captain now," which line is now famous from Captain Phillips. John Cusack, in the best scene in the film, he throws a machete into Ben Stiller's leg, which I think is like, he becomes like Rambo throughout the course of this film, which is fantastic, and he has to rescue Laurie and her family. So there's a lot of kind of build up to this action sequence at the end of the film. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but the issues of this film, because it's an adventure film first and a romance film second, the romantic leads, John Cusack and Laurie, the girlfriend, they spend very little time on screen together because at the beginning of the film they're separated, he has to stay back, and it's not till the end of the film that they get back together. So it's exactly the same issue as another John Cusack film, Serendipity, where he and Kate Beckinsale spend very little time on screen together. Just a little bit at the beginning, enough to make you go, they're right for each other, but then nothing for the entire film, hope they get together in the end kind of deal. It's directed by Steven Lisberger, who's known for directing the original Tron film. It's a bit slow-paced, but it's likable enough if you want to see young John Cusack and both the Stillers as villains. They take on the villain mantle very, very well, Lloyd.
Oh, that sounds like a really fun movie.
Look, I think the 80s were more like fun films like this. There was less pressure on them to have a perfect story or
make a big blockbuster film, And,
exactly.
Yeah.
This is all like pre-Jaws kind of era where I guess an adventure film can just be an adventure film where you have a series of hijinks occur,
This is pre-internet as well, kids, so you should, and pre-mobile phones, so it's like a time capsule to see how people got around.
All films from the 80s are then, yeah. But it kind of falls into like a not-so-great Ferris Bueller where he's having a wacky day, I guess.
Yeah.
He's constantly in hot pursuit of his girlfriend. And look, it's got some moments. Like I said, that machete thing is probably the highlight for me, just the way it's sort of thrown through. So,
like Ace Ventura in Ace Ventura 2 when, Jim Carrey gets that spear through his leg.
And he just goes, yeah, very similar. Physical comedy, I suppose. It's great to see Ben Stiller so young. I mean, I'd never seen him this young. This is his first feature role. So, 1987. He's obviously got a big career ahead of him at that point in time, and does well. He handles himself.
You can obviously see his talent in this film. Is that right? Or
that's right. Yeah. Look, I like John Cusack films. My favorite being High Fidelity, and I was drawn to this one for that element. But nice, pleasant surprise to see Ben and Jerry Stiller. You can find more reviews from us at www.podmeifyoucan.com.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.